welcome to my September Empties video. It was my birth month. Happy birthday to me and to everybody, because it's the most common birthday in the world. I've got one book for you this month. I've been reading a lot, but I'm reading a really long one, so I'll have that for you next month. Thank you very much. This is Perfect Sound Whatever by James Acaster. I talked about this also if you watch my album review videos. I mentioned this. He talks about music a lot in this. I think he does a really good job of like weaving the narrative of like his life while he was discovering this music in with like the stories of the music and of the artists who created the music. So I think it's really well done. I was a little bit, I think, in the mood for something more narrative, so that's why it took me a little while to get through, and I was kind of busy last month, so you didn't have any books for a couple months, and now you only have this, but I promise you, there's more coming. October. Movies-wise, I have 2 trilogies coming at you this month. The first is the Before Trilogy. Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, Before Midnight are the movies. They're filmed 9 years apart. They're about this couple over the course of their relationship. And I was worried I would find these boring because they have a very like cinema nerd reputation sometimes, and they're like just people talking basically. Sometimes I find that stuff to be too slow, but I think they did a really good job of having there be like stuff happening and things for me to have opinions about. I did not find the main characters particularly likable. I don't think you're supposed to, but it worked. I wasn't too, annoyed to care what was going on with them. So I liked it. I liked the first one the best, then the third one, then the second one. Second trilogy is the trilogy to rule all trilogies, The Lord of the Rings. And I'm at my parents' house, so my dad just put this on at dinner one night, and then we ended up watching all 3 extended editions, baby. I loved it. I have seen these before, but it had been a little while, and I listened to the audiobooks in high school, so it was nice to revisit it. There was a lot I remembered. There was a lot I didn't remember. A lot happens, baby. And these movies are basically how the world could be if men chose to be beautiful. First TV show I watched this month. This was a new show from the guy who made BoJack Horseman, and it was pretty short. I think it was like 8 episodes or something, or 10. And this was really good. I thought the storytelling was really well done. It's like gut-wrenching. A lot of it's kind of miserable, but it was like also really funny at times. Did a good job with the, towing the line between those things. And it's getting a season 2, which is one of those shows where it feels like such a complete story. I'm like curious. They do a lot of stuff with like skipping back and forth in time, and so I'm like worried that's not going to be sustainable once they've like told that whole story and now they're like only adding new stuff to it. I don't know. So we'll see, but it might be really good. And my favorite character was Yoshi, I think. And my second show that I watched this month was Los Espookys. This was so great. It was just so funny and creative and strange. It was so Julio. I'm everywhere, I'm so Julio. I got one video game this month, which has been a long time, I think, since I finished a video game. Because of all that Stardew Valley, I'm telling you. It's called Azada Ancient Magic. This was a nostalgia replay for me. Look, is it a good game? Yes. Goops time. Another big Goops month. Let's go. I finished this little perfume. The scent was called Vintage Bloom. Kind of old lady-y. I got that note from some people. But I liked it. Smelled nice. 2, a little toothpaste, travel size toothpaste from traveling. 3 was I finished a bar of soap. This is what I kept the label. I did my best, so here we go. It's from Soap of the Earth. It was purchased at the Dane County Farmers Market in Wisconsin, and the scent was patchouli. Patchouli. Smelled nice. It was got me nice and clean. I finished a chapstick. It's candied cherry scent flavor. Look, is it for kids? Yes, it worked. I finished another soap. They were both partially had already been started. Same brand. I don't have the label, but here's a picture of it. And the scent was Clove from Soap of the Earth. And then, very lastly, I finished this. What is it? what's this? I don't know the brand name. Not Plastic trademark. I think the brand has a name that's not on here. Anyway, I finished a shampoo bar. This is actually a different one of the same brand. So there's one in here right now. You can hear it. And I previously finished a conditioner bar by the same brand that I had talked about. That one, it didn't have enough lather towards the end. This one was kind of the opposite problem. It got a little bit mushy, but I'd rather have that problem because I can still use it. I just put it in a container. And so I'd say it worked well. It shampooed my hair. I have one item in the other category, which is almost always food. Today is no exception, which is this curry flavored tiger tail mustard from my parents' fridge. It's delicious. I've had multiple curry flavored mustards and I think that they're all great. And then I have one craft project as well, which is this hat and matching socks. Truthfully, I finished these socks a while ago, but I was thinking of this as kind of a project, so I waited till I finished the hat. This is my first hat. And the bulky yarn for both of them, it's like the bulky yarn goes so much faster. I had knit a bunch of socks using fingering weight, little tiny yarn, and it went so fast with this big yarn that I was thrilled with that. And the hat was easy. I started with socks were like the first non-scarf project that I made, and that was a little bit foolish because they are kind of hard mode, which I didn't realize. But in some ways, it's like I was forged in fire, and now I can handle anything. So the hat was a dream. There you go. When it's cold out, I will wear them. Thank you for watching my empties video. And I hope to see you next month. And comment your favorite empty. Oh my gosh, I've never done this before, but this is a great idea. Comment your favorite empty that you did this month.